Hello there, the Fabled Harpooner here, ready to hunt another high rank Royal Ludroth in the current events quest, with the longsword weapon class and Dancing Flames as the weapon of choice. Been checking the possibilities. The other option will be the Wind Blade Fire, even though it has less raw damage, because I'm a bit limited in the number of slots in this arm set. I could have gone for that weapon and gemmed in one more sharpener jewel to get the active skill. However, I've decided to go against that, go for the higher raw damage plus some 10% affinity, I believe it is. Can verify that here, yeah, 10% affinity, and just go for normal sharpening. Using the low rank Legierchris armor set. And let's see, well, I could go for meat and fish. Yeah. To try and attempt to get polisher, which would compensate for the lack of a sharpener. There's not much else I can do with these two ingredients. Other options, let's see. Could go for swimmer, but there's no sharpener here. The water resistant one is feline slider, which I don't really need versus the Royal Ludroth. Bread and... yeah, I don't think there's any sharpener other than the standard one. Got crazy lucky cat, don't really need it. So, let's see, there's fish and drink for the explorer and polisher. Carver for maybe an extra tail carve, maybe. Now I think I go for the initial one, the one I mentioned at the beginning. I only get 20 extra health, and only polisher because fisher's not really something I want to get. Yeah, let's go for this. I also get extra attack damage, so it's not that bad. And we get all the skills. So, current events once more, the longsword. And off we go. Hopefully we'll start nearby. Yeah, relatively nearby. She has one zone in the way. And we'll reach it pretty much immediately. And once the fight starts, we can speak or talk about the longsword and for ultimate. Not sure if I should go for the tail first though. I didn't mention the skills there in this armor, did I? Although most of us should know. One of the potential skills that will come in handy is the tenderizer. It's active. So we'll do more damage to the weak spots. That probably being the main or the head area. So that's going to take a lot of damage. I don't believe the tail will take that much more damage. It's not a tough spot. It's not exactly a weak spot either. Anyway, for you and longswords. Yep, we did with it. Well, yeah, pretty much the combos are there. Standard ones. So let's have a bit more move sets. No wait. There's the usual jumping off cliff slash. However, after the fade, there's an extra move you can do. Let's see if I can get it. Ooh, no, it's coming. Not coming for me, at least. I thought it was. It's everything. Explain this properly. So after fade slash of any kind, you can follow up with a spirit slash. This would actually count as a second stage slash or spirit slash. Second move probably will be the best description. So you could easily follow up with the free swing spirit slash and then the follow up rather than the standard free spirit attacks I can do here if it lets me. So But here if I go, this is the first one. And I just wasted energy to demonstrate. So you kind of connect with the second one, because after the phase slash you can do the spirit, as I just said, and it advances in order to compensate for the back stepping of the fade attack. But it allows for a much easier spirit combo finisher, or at least a faster one to come out. On top of that, there's also been a bit of a reworking of the mechanics of the spirit measurements, or the rage blade, whichever you prefer to call it. Well, you can see here I'm in white rage blade or spirit blade. In 3U, you can pretty much just upgrade and top off the gauge constantly. In 4 Ultimate, well, it does let you go levels up. It no longer degrades to the lower level. If any of the 3 gauges empty, it will reset to 0. So with no spirit rage going on, essentially. On top of that, let's see if I can demonstrate here. Once you reach red gauge in 3U, for example, you can top it off every time as long as you keep the finisher connected. So you can pretty much keep yourself in the red blade mode. But in 4U, that's not possible. You can only go up a level, and if you use any more finishers, it will just do damage, but won't reset the counter on the red gauge. So you are limited in the amount of time you are in Spirit Blade mode. Call it of some sort. This does help with limiting spamming spirit combos and finishers, but it has kind of weakened the blade a bit. Here, upgrade to level 2, the yellow blade, rage blade, or spirit blade, or fury blade, whichever you prefer. Now I'm going to hit red. Although here on screen it looks like more like a pink one, but it's the same level essentially, just different colour. Now I'm going to sharpen. Let's see if it one swipe. That's a nice feline sharpener. So let's see. You can see that the red gauge is pretty much half the way from empty. If I can connect again, I might be able to reset, and I missed. I was hoping to at least hit with the tip so you can see how it resets. And essentially that doesn't happen anymore. At least I can also demonstrate as it empties. That will downgrade itself to the yellow one. Again, in 4U that's no longer possible. It will actually empty itself completely. I managed to pull off the finisher before it completely emptied. But again, that would have not worked in 4U. It would have still emptied. And in fact, it would have been a waste of a spirit combo because I wouldn't have gotten any levels, any charge on it. Let's get a bit of health since I'm a bit low there for some reason. Taking too many hits, probably being distracted talking, not really paying much attention to my health or the attack patterns of the Royal Ludroth. That was a questionable hitbox. I wasn't too far from it, but I was technically behind it, really. Did I really already use 3, or did I forget to... Oh no, didn't forget anything. You don't pick them up from the box. I was looking for my other 2 first aid drinks. But that's essentially all the changes. Yeah, that was a direct hit. Ooh. Good thing it's not going up for me, because that could be a card. Really? Did you have the time to attack just as I was going for you? Anyway, if you check the Spirit Blade level now, it's on yellow, or at yellow. Again, in for you, that would have reset to empty. To no level at all. So that's made me change my style in regards to how to use a longsword in for ultimate. I usually try to just charge up to yellow and try to make the most of it before moving on to red, because red empties relatively fast. I'm not sure how long it is. I think the speed is roughly the same. How long is it? It's about a minute of game time compared to the level. Probably somewhere it will say so on the internet how long it will last. And since yellow lasts that much longer, noticeably much longer, it doesn't deplete as quickly. I usually just go for the first two levels, yellow, and stay there until it's near empty. And at that point I'll try to use a spirit combo to go to red. And why does it have to trip over and roll over me? Okay, yeah, still connected. Again, its hitbox is a bit larger than it should be, as it is for most monsters by the looks of it. Oh, bouncing. Oh, yellow again. Oh, okay, managed to avoid that attack. Get sharpened again. 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay. Average of 2 swipes for now. Hopefully I'll manage to get the kill in this area. It's already limping and the damage is being dealt quite nicely. And I'd rather you come out here, please. Thank you. Now, let's see. Yeah, it's different. I've noticed it now. Most of the weapons have a new attack after rolling. So like if you roll forward and attack, I believe the longsword does this move, the stabbing one, or an upward type of slash. But again, that's actually a new attack for most of the weapons that didn't have it. Okay, exhausted, weak, and again, Ludroth getting in the way. I hate when I go over. Because that causes you to miss. Connected with a combo. Well, we've got all the breaks, so that's going to be all the rewards that we can get. And we just need a kill. It just dies. Okay, nice interrupt, so it wouldn't roll over us. And there's the kill. Now I'm guessing the Women Blade Fire might have gone faster. But I don't know, I mean, it didn't have a affinity, positive affinity, it had less raw. And I did only sharpen twice with 2 swipes per sharpening gesture. See, 39 minutes remaining for the entire quest, so just over the 10-minute mark. I think possibly right now the second fastest. Didn't even get to swim, so I guess that was a good choice of not taking swimmer. In favour another skill. Not much I can gather around here. There's bits and bobs. Ivy, not really something I need. Some seeds over there. Plenty of gathering spots here right now, but certainly not enough time to gather everything. So let's set the final rewards. At least they managed to speak about the longsword in 4 ultimate in that time frame. Not much in quantity. Sure, being cheap this time. Anyway, Royal Ludroth scale class, keen bones, torrent sacks, crests, a couple of king scarabs, that's nice. Armosphere pluses, and from the brakes, scale pluses and a hide plus. Nothing too fancy. So this has been the Fabled Harpooner hunting a higher rank Royal Ludroth in the current events quest with the longsword weapon class and the dancing flames as the weapon of choice. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time and good hunting.